So in this last section, I'm going to talk about Archaea and the importance of prokaryotes. The domain Archaea are often collectively called extremophiles, since this domain was first discovered in extreme habitats. Archaea often live in places that lack oxygen or that are extremely hot, salty, or acidic. Some do live in moderate environments, and some exist inside of animals' intestines and so forth. But many of them live in extreme environments, so sometimes they're called extremophiles. They live where not many other organisms can live, so there's very little competition, but they have had to really evolve in order to be able to survive in those harsh conditions. Archaea are essential in geochemical cycles on land and in water. Scientists are only beginning to organize the domain Archaea into phyla, so just now they're starting to do this. Here are 3 phyla of Archaea. You don't need to know the specific phyla that are listed here. But you should know some of these examples and what environments these guys live in. Methanogens prefer to be in the presence of high methane gas. So these are going to live inside of swamps. They can also live inside of cows. Extreme halophiles live in the presence of extreme salt. So they're going to live in places like the Dead Sea. Hyperthermophiles live in places of extremely high temperature, like in the hot springs. Psychrophiles live in extremely cold temperatures. So it's kind of a cartoon drawing of a psychrophile over here. Acidophiles live in environments with extreme acid, and alkalophiles live in environments with extreme bases. Prokaryotes are essential to life. One of the most important things that they do for life is nitrogen fixation. Bacteria are the only organisms on Earth that can complete the nitrogen cycle. So, an animal pees out ammonia. So by the breakdown of proteins, it produces ammonia and urea. And eventually N2 gas hits the environment. And now this is in the environment. The only way that we can get environmental nitrogen back to a usable form by animals is through bacteria. If we didn't have bacteria, we would never be able to make a major component of amino acids, and all life on Earth would die. So an essential nitrogen fixation, an essential process in which atmospheric nitrogen is converted to ammonia. Only a few species of bacteria in Archaea can use nitrogen gas. Without nitrogen fixation, most nitrogen would be locked in the atmosphere. Harmless bacteria in our bodies help crowd out pathogenic bacteria. There's numerous places on our bodies that bacteria grow. They can grow on the surface, inside of all of our length of our digestive tract, the lower end of the external reproductive organs, the eyes, the ears, nasal cavity, respiratory tract. All of those have good bacteria growing so that the bad bacteria can't grow. Prokaryotes also help make food and drugs. In wastewater treatment plants, microbes help break down organic matter. This image shows a tiny sampling of the diversity of prokaryotes, in this case, found at the park. So prokaryotes are found everywhere, and there's a term for that. They're called being ubiquitous. So here you can see the nitrogen-fixing bacteria living in the soil. Cyanobacteria are living in the pond and making oxygen. The bacteria are decomposing this banana peel. The bacteria in the yogurt are going to serve as probiotics for this girl. The bacteria on her skin are beneficial. Bacteria in the digestive tract are helping her break down nutrients and produce vitamin K, and so forth. So bacteria are literally everywhere.